Hello friends, it's Techman Pat here. Hope you are well. Today I've got something pretty darn exciting for you, especially after the ZenBook event. This is the ASUS event where they released their new ZenBook Pro Duo in Australia. And one of the cool things about this is obviously the second screen. Now, we reviewed a laptop from ASUS that had the touchpad as a screen. This is something completely different. Still going with that second screen type of thing, but I'm really excited for this laptop. This is the laptop I've been waiting for a long time. So let's get into it. I'm gonna unbox it and see what comes inside of this box. I haven't read what kind of specs they have. I haven't read anything about it apart from the presentation, but this might be a different one, so I don't know, so don't quote me on specs. Let's have a look inside. This is a reviewer's basically box, so it's a little bit unique, but I believe you will get two boxes, one with the charger and the cable and the actual laptop. Now this is extremely heavy. I was shocked, like this is heavy, I get it, it's the power brick, but this is very heavy. So you know what, let's start with the power brick because I think it's quite cool. First of all, it's quite large too. So we have the normal plug right here and it is a 19.5 volt, 11.8 amp. If you have any spare, you might be able to get away with it, but this is a very high wattage brick. Here we have the cable. This is the Australian version, comes in a nice box. I'm not sure if you're going to keep it, but it is a nice box. It's pretty nice and solid, so I'm going to put that to the side, put the charger away, and let's have a look at the laptop. So one of the cool things that ASUS has done, and they did it with the other laptop that I had here, which I didn't unbox because I didn't think it was as exciting, but this I think is. So one of the things they do is when you open this, it brings up the laptop to the front, kind of pops it out of its shell, as you can see. And we've got a bit of a sticker here, which I'm going to take off, obviously, but we have the nice aluminium design on the top. The unique thing about this one, and it's a little bit different than most, is the fact that aluminium circles that you can see, they all go to the center here, which is a little bit interesting. I guess they went for a different design, not in the center. Usually it's in the center. This time they cut from away. So if I pull this out, it is heavy and it is very, very large. Look at that thickness. It's thick. It's very thick. Like the other laptop we looked at was thin. Now, I'll get onto the laptop in a second. I want to see what else is in the box, just for the sake of, well, checking. We've got some instructions here. Oh, and a pen. Let's have a look at the pen. Obviously, it has a touch screen. It is 4K. I'm going to read off here. It's OLED and it's HDR. So this is premium. It's got an RTX 2060 in it, which unbelievably, well, believably I suppose, can play a decent amount of games. Now, I don't know if it'll play at 4K, but we're gonna check that definitely. But it's got a pen and it's pretty heavy for a pen, but you know what? Oh, look, maybe it's not that heavy. I think it's pretty good. It's got two buttons, which is quite interesting because let's compare it to the Pencil, the Apple Pencil, that doesn't have any buttons. So this might give you a lot more variety on the abilities of what you can do when using this and the screen over here. So let's check that out. I'm really excited. I love drawing and I love a little bit of art. So this is going to be really, really interesting. So we'll put that to the side. Well, actually, that's the thing. Like, where do you put it after you take it out? Anyway, we'll see. What have we got in here? Oh, yes. So, the reason for this, and you might realize it after I actually open up the laptop, is because the keyboard is at the lower part. So, if I move this across here, you'll see that you can pop it right in here and it becomes part of the laptop. And it's a wrist rest. Now, I appreciate this because, you know, sometimes you buy a keyboard and the wrist rest comes with it and you can take it off. So, for those people who like a wrist rest, it's there. For those who don't, obviously you can take it off. Now, let's have a look at the laptop. So I'm going to lift it out. Let me take out this paper. Can I squeeze that paper out? This protects the keyboard and screen, but we want to sort of see it in its perfect form as soon as we take it out. So there it is, my friends. As you can see, it lifts off a little bit off the ground to give some space to the very good ventilation that these ASUS laptops are known for now, which is really, really exciting. As you may know, I reviewed a gaming laptop a little while back and it had absolutely fantastic heat dissipation around its underside. So this one actually lifts up. I can pretty much fit most of my hand and fingers under there. So that's really good. And then we've got the wrist rest and the keyboard. We've got a full F1 keyboard here, obviously F112 numbers, but we don't have, we still have to use FN to get some of these functions here. And we have a little side, well, it's a touchpad, obviously, and it kind of clicks. It's really nice. It doesn't have a screen, I don't believe. Oh, no, it does. It definitely does. It's got a button here that will show the number pads. But what's interesting here, it's not at the center. So if you're left-handed, this is an unfortunate placement. If you're right-handed, you'll be fine, obviously, if you use the mouse from the right hand. And you know what? I'm glad it's actually large, because I've seen some of these which are actually a little bit too small to use. Then obviously we've got the second screen. So, while this screen is a touch screen, it's 4K, works with that pen over here. This is the bonus part where you can put a lot of your extra functions, or maybe Photoshop, or when you're editing videos, onto here. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna load up Premiere onto this laptop, and I'm gonna load this video through Premiere, and I'm gonna edit it through just to give it a bit of a test. It really solid. Like, this is solid. Like, obviously you're gonna be tapping it. You don't want the screen bending, and when it's a touch screen, they have to put an extra hardy type of screen, so when you use it, you're not gonna scratch it with this, and when you press down, you're gonna get to the LCD in the back. Now, OLED, you're gonna get some really great dark colors on here, and apparently, this is what I heard from the presentation, this has a very good sRGB ratio, so I'm gonna be trying to test it. I don't have the tools to test it, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna compare it to a couple of other screens. Now, this is a fairly thick screen, but like I said, that glass is going to give it a little bit more strength. We've got a camera at the top, and I believe it has Windows Hello. I can kind of see the cutout here for it. And then this thing's here, it's quite hardy, it's a solid piece. You'd think it'd be like a magnet that kind of clips on there, but I don't think there is. No, it is, but it's a very light one. It does flick away a little bit easier, so that's not a problem. Let's have a look at the underside, because I believe I felt something a little bit interesting on the underside, so let's have a quick look. Oh, okay. I'm actually not sure what this is. Let me know in the comments. Maybe it's just a nice way to give it a bit more grip when you open it up like this. Don't know. That's actually very interesting. It's just a flat. Maybe it's something been put on after the fact. Maybe it's a sticker. No, I don't know. I wonder what it is. In any case, guys, on the back we've got some ventilation that obviously get propped up when the screen goes up. You can see the little pins here on the side, and then when that goes up, you'll give a lot of room here for ventilation. I like this. I like that. That's a nice, decent pad on the bottom to secure the laptop. Let's have a quick look on these features right here. So 4K UHD OLED HDR, 100% DCI-P3, so it is a creator's dream. Second pad, screen pad plus, so that little pad is a actual little screen. Dual 4K UHD. Now obviously it's not really two 4Ks. One is full 4K, the other one is half of a 4K, but technically speaking, that screen strip is 4K. RTX 2060, like I mentioned, 9th generation Intel. That's exciting. Wi-Fi 6 for the first time. I'll be testing a device with Wi-Fi 6, and we've got the number pad function on that touchpad, and we've got the IR camera, so it supports Windows Hello. And friends, if you listen to my last video, Windows Hello is fantastic. Apple, you need to add your Face ID to your laptops, because this is absolute gold. So there you have it, friends. This is an extremely powerful and extremely expensive laptop. This is one of the most expensive laptops at the event, and I've got some that video that came out with the highlights. Hopefully it's already out or it's in the works. It kind of drew a lot of comments in regards to the price. It really did, and we're gonna try and see if it's actually worth the asking price. Now I think the top range of this is 4,500 Australian dollars. So this laptop is particularly expensive. It has a lot of stuff inside. Let's have a look at what it's got on the sides. More ventilation, USB, HDMI, power, and on the other side we've got USB-C and USB, and a 3.5 millimeter jack, and that's it. It's a thick laptop. It's a workhorse. It certainly is. I'm really excited to have a look. Friends, thank you very much for watching. If you like this sort of content, give us a like. If you want to see more, maybe consider subscribing, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you very much. Bye.